Today I'm going to say about vectors. Vectors. So to study motion of a body in single dimension, either x-axis or y-axis, single dimension. We no need to use to study motion of a body in any one dimension. We no need to go for vectors. This vectors is useful only in case of bodies are going in between 2 dimension or 3 dimension. For example, there is x-axis, is a y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. If a body is moving between axis, so for example, if you present a body, if you throw a stone, the stone will go in this manner. Okay. At the time, the path of this projectile is a parabola. Here, this is going between 2 planes. So, to study motion of a body in 2D, 2 dimension or 3 dimensional plane, we are going to use vectors. Now, the topic is about what is meant by vector. Vector means which is having both magnitude, a physical quantity which is having both magnitude and direction. So here force is a vector because it is having a magnitude nothing but number followed by direction. So for example, east. So force is a physical quantity which is having both magnitude and direction. Okay, so like this manner, force, displacement and velocity. Okay, so we have to indicate a vector with this symbol. Okay, F bar, S bar, V bar. So S bar means displacement, V bar means velocity, A bar means acceleration. Okay, so like this manner we have to indicate a vectors. Okay, now so that vector we want to how to study the motion of a body in a 2 dimension we will go and discuss. So for that I am taking 2 dimension, that is a x and y axis. Okay, now I am taking a position vector. So r bar, so its origin. So so vector we are indicating with a magnitude followed by direction. Vector we are indicating with a symbolically magnitude followed by direction. So this is length we are calling as a magnitude, and the direction we are indicating with a arrow mark. Now this is we call as a tail, and this one we call as a head. Tail, head. So it looks like a tail and a head. So it is a position vector. Now concept is about the resolution of vectors. So how to resolve or how to divide or separate a vector into 2 parts. Okay. Resolution of vector. So resolving a vector into its components. For example, so xy axis, r bar is a position vector. So here for example, here a particle is there, a body is there here between 2 planes. Where this particle available means from origin onwards along x-axis this length after it is available, and like the same way from origin onwards along y-axis this place it is available. Okay, so we can indicate a position of a body with the help of along x and y axis. So how can we indicate the position of a vector from origin in a 2 dimensional plane means from origin onwards along x axis this position is there, from along y axis this position is there. So like this manner we have to indicate. Now here how to resolve this vector, how to resolve 2 components. Now here along x-axis, for example, its length is x, and it is indicating with along x-axis means we can take as a I cap, which is a unit vector, which is having magnitude 1, and this I cap is used for direction, to find direction of a component of this vector. Okay, and here also y j cap, same manner. Okay, so y is the length of this length after this position is there now, and j cap indicates unit vector which is having magnitude 1, and it shows the direction of along y axis. Okay, so now we are indicating, so this is what x and y are the components of this vector. So here r bar is equal to x I cap plus y j cap. Okay, so now how to indicate this position vector means along x axis, along x distance in a x-axis plus y distance in along a y-axis. Okay, so like this manner we can indicate the position of a vector. Now to find so here if this vector is at an angle of theta, so for example it is some angle theta, this vector is at angle theta. Okay, now we can see cos theta. Cos theta means according to trigonometry, theta opposite is opposite side. So opposite side and is adjacent side. Okay, this length I called this length magnitude, no? So example r length it is having. Okay, now so cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side length is x and the hypotenuse length is r. Okay, so from this x becomes equal to r cos theta. So this x nothing but r cos theta. Similarly, here see sin theta, we will see sin theta. So sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side, this length is equal to this y length. So opposite side length is y by hypotenuse is r. So finally y becomes equal to r sin theta. So here x and y values substitute in this. We get r bar is equal to, in place of x we can take as a r cos theta I cap plus in place of y we can take r sin theta j cap. Okay, so now we can resolve a vector into two components. One is xi cap plus yj cap. Here x nothing but r cos theta I cap plus r y means r sin theta j cap. Okay, so if that vector is having some angle theta with x axis, now we can go for this formula. If they will give the components, we can take this formula. Okay, to y axis, for example origin onwards, this length for example 2 along x axis, now we are indicating with a direction with unit vector. Okay, so here same way this y axis becomes 3 j cap. X means 2, here we are taking, y means 3. Then how to take this vector means 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. So meaning is this position vector is origin onwards 2 meters distance after it is available along x axis. Okay, and along 3 meters distance after from along the y axis, 3 meter distance after this position vector available. Like this manner we can indicate the position of a vector with the help of vectors concept, which is in 2 dimensions. Okay, so now x is equal to 2 I cap plus yj cap. Here 2 and 3 are components of this vector, parts of this vector. Okay, this vector's parts. Okay, so now if they will give, so here x y, xi cap plus yj cap. Now if they will give only theta, okay, theta they will give, means so from horizontal this position vector is there at some angle theta. At the time how to take means we can go for this formula, x equal to r cos theta I cap plus r sin theta j cap. Okay, if they will give theta value 30 degrees, this magnitude r nothing but this magnitude length, for example r is equal to 2. Okay, so r bar is equal to, r means 2 cos theta is 30 degrees I cap plus r value 2 there, 2 sin 30 degrees j cap. So r bar is equal to, if they will give theta, they will give values means magnitudes means we can use xi cap plus yj cap form. Okay, so r bar equal to xi cap plus yj cap form. Now if they will give theta and magnitude of the vector, resultant vector, can go for r bar equal to r cos I cap plus r sin theta j cap. R means here 2 cos 30 degrees plus 2 sin 30 degrees. From this 2 into cos 30 value is root 3 by 2 I cap plus 2 into sin 30 value is 1 by 2 j cap. 2 get cancelled, 2 get cancelled. R bar becomes root 3 I cap plus j cap. So this is what and it is also finally, so r cos I cap plus r sin j cap we got in a xi cap plus yj cap form. Okay, so this is about resolving. So one a bar is resolved 2 components. So here a vector, if it is in 2 dimension, a vector if it is in 2 dimension, if it is a position vector or force, okay, which now how can we resolve into means along x axis we can take as if it is theta, so this one becomes x means r cos theta, no? Here f cos theta, and along y-axis becomes f sin theta. Okay, now along x-axis here theta is there means f cos theta, f sin theta. Now like the same way, if f bar, here theta is there means f cos theta, f sin theta. Here theta is there means okay, it is a hypotenuse and it is becomes f cos theta, and this one becomes f sin theta. How, just observe. So this f cos theta is a perpendicular to this f sin theta, no? So if like this way is there means a resultant vector and one of this component f cos theta is this one component. Okay, if this resultant vector any another component angle is there means this one becomes f cos theta, and to this f cos theta one perpendicularly what line is there, that line becomes f sin theta. Here also if you see, so here this is angle, now it's a resultant vector and it's another angle, so another component. For this component we call it f cos theta. So to this f cos theta perpendicularly this line is there. Okay, that is becomes a f sin theta. So like this manner we can resolve a vector into two components. Now that application example, so where we can use that one, where we can use example, where we can use our application. Now I am taking one inclined plane which is having some angle theta, inclined plane, and here I am keeping one wooden block. Okay, wooden block. Its weight is acting vertically downward. Okay, so now it is a weight is a gravitational force and which we can resolve into two components according to resolution of vectors. So one is downward and another one is like this. Okay, so vector which is resolved two components. Okay, now where we have to keep theta. Okay, where we have to keep theta. Now, so here it is 90 degrees perpendicular. Okay, now so this is theta, this is 90, and this one becomes 90 minus theta. Okay, and next one, so here so this completely becomes 90 degrees. So this is 90 minus theta means definitely this one becomes the theta. Okay, I'll show again. Okay, so weight of the block acting vertically downward, and which can result in two components. One is perpendicular to this and another one is like this. So gravitational force is under two components. Now and here this is the angle, inclined plane angle is this one. Okay, so this plane is this angle theta to horizontal. Okay, inclined plane. So now we will see where we have to keep angle theta, where we have to keep. So now, so if you extend this one downward, okay, this line is a perpendicular to the surface, so it is 90 degrees. Okay, this is theta from this triangle. Okay, this is theta 90, and this one becomes 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. Okay, now and here also this is also 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. And if you observe this line, it's a perpendicular, no, 90. So in this 90, to get this angle, okay, theta we have to take, because total is 90. To get total 90, theta plus 90 minus theta is 90. Okay, so this is becomes theta. Okay, now this W is the weight which is acting vertically downward, and it's a gravitational force which can result two components. Okay, one is this side and this side. Okay, now this one becomes which side, which one, and this one becomes which one, we will see. Okay, now so this is a theta, so theta opposite is opposite side. Okay, theta opposite is opposite side, so which is parallel to this. Okay, so opposite side and it's adjacent side. See, now it's the hypotenuse, and here this becomes W cos theta. Okay, so because and which is perpendicular to this one, no, becomes W sin theta. Okay, W sin theta. So here where theta is coming, one becomes a resultant vector and another one becomes W cos theta, and which is perpendicular to another component, no, so that is becomes automatically W sin theta. So like that manner W we can resolve into two components, W cos theta and W sin theta. Okay, and now if the plane is it is another manner. Okay, so in this manner, inclined plane like this means w cos theta, w sin theta. So now inclined plane I am keeping in this manner. Okay, at this time w cos theta beside is coming, w sin theta beside is coming, we will see. Okay, so now this is a theta. Okay, so weight of the block acting vertically downward. It is acting vertically downward. Now here, so which is done two components. Okay, now where we have to keep theta. Okay, next so here this is theta, this one is a 90, and this one becomes it is a triangle, no? So 90, and this becomes 90 minus theta. So to get theta, this one to get 90 degrees. So this is total 90, no? 90, no? So to get 90, we have to keep here theta, because 90 minus theta plus theta total 90 degrees. Okay, so this line and this line are perpendicular. So this one is they given 90 minus theta, and this one becomes theta. Okay, this one becomes theta. Okay, now so now this vector is this w weight vector is in some angle theta with this component. Okay, now this one becomes w cos theta. So resultant vector which side is there, that becomes w cos theta. This w cos theta vector perpendicularly which is there, that becomes w sin theta. Okay, like this way applications. Okay, now so w cos theta, w is resolved into two components, w cos theta and w sin theta. Now we are going to do one topic. I am going to give you one topic. So a body projected up the inclined plane. So a body projected up the inclined plane in a kinematics two-dimensional motion or projectile motion. So body projected up the inclined plane concept we are using. So inclined plane means before we have seen that resolution of vectors in the inclined plane, that we are going to use here. Okay. So now up the inclined plane. So this one we have seen already. So we are projecting a body from here onwards. Okay, so we are projecting a body. So up the inclined plane. For example, it is a building, top building. Here onwards, in some height, one person is there. We are projecting that a body to that person. Okay, for example, a paper boy is projecting a paper roll to top of floor building. Okay, na? So like this manner, when he is projecting, that concept we consider as a body projected up the inclined plane. Okay, so it's a height of a building, thing that. Okay, so now if we are projecting like this, so it's a velocity vector u bar. So velocity we are projecting velocity vector, it becomes this one. Okay, and this is a ux. Ux means u bar is a result two components. So ux or u cos theta, and this one becomes uy. U sin theta. Okay, means u bar is resolved to two components. So according to resolution of vectors, velocity vector is resolved into two components, ux and uy. Okay, now so this one I called as a beta, inclined plane angle I am calling as a beta, and so this total angle I am calling as a alpha. Okay, total angle is alpha, this angle is beta. So then this angle becomes how much? Total is alpha, no? Alpha onwards subtract this angle, remaining will come. So this becomes alpha minus beta. Okay, so this angle is alpha minus beta. Okay, now it looks like what? So u bar resultant vector, and it is along x-axis. Okay, so now this one becomes u. So u bar is result two components, u cos theta, u sin theta. That is a u cos theta becomes here alpha minus theta, alpha minus beta. Now ui becomes u sin alpha minus beta. So u bar is resolved into two components, that is u cos alpha minus beta, u cos theta. U bar is resolved into two components, u cos theta, u sin theta. So it looks like a r bar vector and some angle theta, x axis, y axis. So r is resolved into r cos theta, r sin theta. Same manner, u bar is resolved into two components, u cos theta, u sin theta. But here theta is alpha minus beta. Okay, so ux becomes u cos alpha minus beta, ui becomes u sin alpha minus beta. Now when a body is projecting like this, a weight of a body is always acting vertically downward. So acceleration due to gravity is acting downward. No? So now that one we will see. So this is beta. Here, so weight of a body is acting downward direction, and so which is resolved into two components. So one is in this manner. Okay, so which is one is resolved to another side. Okay, perpendicularly. Now, so W is resolved to components. Before we have discussed. So this one becomes W cos theta. That is W cos theta becomes W sin theta becomes beta here. No. Okay, now like the same way W means mg. So we are taking here acceleration to gravity. Okay, so G we are taking G cos beta, G sin beta. Okay, now when we are projecting like this, so G is resolved into two components. So G is also acceleration due to gravity, G is also acceleration due to gravity, which is resolved into two components. This one we already discussed just now. So how means see, this is 90, this is 90 minus beta, and this is a beta. So beta so where this is a beta angle. Okay, this is a beta. Okay, so beta and resultant vector between angle is there, means one side becomes g cos theta, and perpendicular to this one is no, so g sin beta. Okay, it is clear. Now body motion is in the direction, body motion is the direction, but g sin theta direction is opposite. That's why it becomes a minus g sin theta. And next to, so body is projecting up, but this g cos theta direction is down. So this also becomes a minus g cos beta. So now we call it as a, so it is along x-axis coming opposite. So acceleration along x-axis is equal to minus g sin beta. Like the same way, acceleration along y-axis, downward direction, no? Up or down. Okay, so it is downward direction, no? Becomes minus g cos beta. Okay, now these are the things we have to use. Ux becomes u cos alpha minus beta, ui becomes u sin alpha minus beta, ax means this one, ay means this one. Okay, so from this now we are going to find time of flight. So time taken by a body to rise and touch the ground. Okay, time taken by a body to reach maximum height plus time taken by a body to touch the ground. Okay, so time of flight, so ascent plus descent, time of flight we are going to find. So for that so h distance up and h distance down, so becomes 0. So h is equal to uyt, second equation of motion, plus half ay t square. So distance becomes 0 is equal to half up, half down, no, 0. ui becomes u sin alpha minus beta into time of flight plus half ay means how much, ay, so minus g cos beta into t square. So now plus into minus minus, so here these two we are taking this side, so g by 2 cos beta into t square is equal to u sin alpha minus beta into t. Here t, here one t get cancelled. Time of flight t equal to u sin alpha minus beta by, so these two also multiplying here. Okay, 2u sin alpha minus beta by g cos beta. So this is a time of flight, time taken by a body to reach from this point that point. Okay, time of flight. Now in the same way we are going to find a range. value we got 2u sin alpha minus beta by g cos beta. Now we will find range. So to find range, r is equal to, so u cos alpha into t. So u cos alpha means that this is totally alpha, no? So u is resolved into two components, no? Here uy and sorry ux. Okay. Now here total alpha, no? That becomes ur becomes u cos alpha here. Okay. U cos alpha, and this side becomes u sin alpha. Okay, vertically up. Now if you consider this side becomes total angle alpha, no? So for this velocity vector, this horizontal becomes u cos alpha. Now u cos alpha into t, range equal to formula, so distance equal to velocity into time. So u cos alpha into horizontal distance into time. So r is equal to u cos alpha. So here t becomes, we can write as a 2u sin alpha minus beta by g cos beta. So now 2u square, u into u square, 2u square cos alpha sin alpha minus beta by g cos beta. Okay students, so this is a formula for range. Still we can go for simplification also, but we'll stop. Okay, now